like I was Drake,
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front, so you get my meals. So I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I am Spencer Raxter, and sitting in for Easy is the esteemed, the legendary, the encyclopedia of all things sports, the one and only Tom Masway, man. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, man. Hey, that was a good, what do they call them, jams? That was a good jam coming in there.
Yeah. Hey, I try. You know, I got some bars. I got some bars.
Grammar-esque. I mean, Grammy-esque.
Thank you.
If you ask me.
I might have to go into the running. And, of course, as always, we got Chris Platty in the TD booth.
Oh, the Cristo.
JB Smooth on the ones and twos. And we got Rogelio in the Maz chair while Maz is on the desk.
What's up, Raj?
What's up?
How you doing, Raj?
Is it baseball yet?
Fantastic. It's next week.
All right.
Next week, yeah.
Let's
Pitchers
go.
and catchers, right?
Let's do this. Yeah, it's stoked, man.
You excited?
Yeah. I'm going to Lakeland now, so.
You're going to Lakeland?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You'll have the time of your life, man.
Yeah.
Stoked for it, man.
It's like a shot of vitamin D when you go there.
Yeah, I've never
You watch
been.
a couple baseball games. Have you ever been to spring training?
No.
It's phenomenal. I highly recommend everybody that's in the chat, even I King Horse. I recommend you guys get down to Lakeland, Tampa, Dunedin, Bradenton. That's all like within a half an hour drive of each other, and go see some spring training baseball. Because really, honestly, when you go and you leave Michigan, and it just feels like you got a vitamin D shot.
Shot.
It's unbelievable. It's so much fun to go to.
It's the perfect time in the Grapefruit League. You get to see all the young guys, too.
It's better than the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
Because, we don't have much to look forward to.
That's for sure.
It's definitely better than the regular season.
Well, before we get deep into everything, I have to talk about it. History was made last night. LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points scored in the history of the NBA.
Because he plays longer.
He actually did it in less games
than
Kareem.
And less minutes.
And less minutes. And Maz, I know you're not going to like this, but for the first time in my life, yesterday I made this statement, I'm sticking to it. LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time.
No.
LeBron James is the GOAT.
Come on.
He is going to finish his career #1 in points, top 3 in assists, top 5 in rebounds, have every single playoff stat you can imagine. The man went to 8 straight NBA finals.
Lost 6,
but he still got there. He took that deprived, putrid Cavaliers team to the finals. And look what he did now. He just passed Kareem. This is something that this record will never be broken. I know people said that about Kareem's record.
No, it won't be broken. You're right.
He's going to finish upwards of 40,000 points in his career. No one will ever be in their prime for 20 straight seasons. LeBron James is the GOAT.
He's not. But it's okay, Spenny. It's okay. You can do that. Say what you want. I will just tell you, just because you score the most points or score top 10 points doesn't make you the best. Is Carmelo Anthony the 9th best basketball player of all time?
I mean, I'm the wrong guy to ask. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
All right, but I just threw that out there.
I love Carmelo.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you got his jersey and all.
I have a couple of them.
Let's see. Is Karl Malone a top 10 basketball player of all time?
No.
Okay.
No, top 15, I would say.
No. Is Kobe Bryant, I love Kobe, is Kobe Bryant better than Michael Jordan?
He is not.
He scored more points.
He did?
So what you're telling me is just because you score the most points and you dish out a number of assists.
Come on.
I know he's top 3. He's going to be top 3. I get all of that.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you the best basketball player.
He'll be top 5 in rebounds, too.
I just want to throw something at you. If you take Michael Jordan, and Chris, of course, I want your opinion, and throw him in this era of NBA.
Yes.
What do you think Michael Jordan would have right now? 45,000 points?
He would have a lot more, for sure. He would have a lot. I don't know if he'd
how about LeBron's teams?
He'd be playing baseball. He'd be too worried about playing baseball.
Listen.
And he'd be betting on himself.
LeBron's team didn't even win last night.
No, they didn't. His team is bad.
You think Michael Jordan will break a record like that and his team would not win?
You look at the team Michael Jordan had and the team
LeBron's
got this
LeBron
year.
built the team.
He did. He's not a GM. I didn't say he's the best GM in the history of basketball. He's a terrible GM.
He's a horrible GM.
Yeah.
I just look at it and I don't care. I know he's one of the greatest of all time.
Yes.
But you can't forget the players that you can't forget Bill Russell.
Bill Russell was playing against milkmen and math teachers. You put LeBron in Bill Russell's time, and he's got 60,000
Bill
points.
Russell in 3 steps was jamming the ball.
So is Giannis.
No, but he did it dribbling the ball.
Yeah.
LeBron does it without dribbling the ball. All right, the rules are different, man.
They are.
The rules are different. I'm not going to argue here with you. You're not going to get me in an argument. But I'm very ashamed of you.
You're very ashamed
I am
of me?
ashamed
Oh,
of you.
come on, man. What are you talking about?
Because you and me were holding up the mantle
Yeah.
about we hate LeBron. Okay? We had the mantle. You and me.
Sticks on the mantle with you.
And Stick. And now you're saying he's the best.
He is the best.
Did you forget the 25 years prior to him?
Yeah, I wasn't alive, man.
So you watched Michael Jordan.
I did.
You know Michael Jordan.
I do.
How do you put him ahead of Michael Jordan?
He's bigger.
I wish I had the stat to put up with you that I used earlier today with Ryan and Braylon. The stats next to each other. All you do is see trophies in front of MJ.
Yeah.
And you see LeBron, he's got his share of trophies. And then you look at the record, NBA Finals. NBA Finals lost, MJ, 0. NBA Finals lost, LeBron, 6. I'm sorry, man. If you just looked at those 2 pictures, and I'm going to find it for us, I'm going to send it to Chris. If you just looked at those 2 pictures, you would say you'd be ashamed of yourself.
No,
for what you just said.
I know the stats. I know what MJ did. How many finals did MJ get to without Scottie Pippen?
I don't want to hear that.
0.
They drafted them.
Yeah, it's still everybody needs help,
LeBron
man.
goes like this. Yeah. What did he cry the other day? We can't get Kyrie Irving.
That was kind of weak. That was kind of weak.
I'd be crying too
Irving.
if I had Russell Westbrook.
That was kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie, but still, he's bigger, he's stronger, he's a better passer and a better
Doesn't make him a
rebounder.
better player because he's bigger and stronger.
If he's a better passer and a better rebounder, and he has the most points scored in the history of the game, it does.
Want some stats, guys? I
Go
got
ahead,
some stats
Raj.
right here. Jordan, 6 championships, LeBron 4. 5 MVPs to 4. Finals MVP 6 to 4. All-time NBA team, or all NBA team 11 Jordan, LeBron 18. All defense 9 Jordan, LeBron 6. 14 All-Star appearances by Jordan, 19 by LeBron. 10 scoring titles, Jordan, 1 by LeBron.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he's a great player. Congratulations, you broke Kareem's record. It probably will never be broken again because no one's going to play that long and be in that good a shape. He does everything right when it comes to that. Off the court, he does everything right. On the court, he bothers the hell out of me. I just can't. I've never rooted for him. I can't root for him. Here I was last night. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Game's still going on. And I know it's on TNT. And I have not watched a second of it.
Oh, come on.
No, I swear. I just couldn't put Channel 204 on.
You gotta witness history, man.
It's history.
I could not do it. I didn't want to watch it. And I went to bed instead of watching it. Woke up this morning, I knew he was going to break it. And went on Twitter. I saw the call by Brian Anderson, who was flawless.
Great call.
Great call. I watched the crowd. I watched Phil Knight sitting in the front row. Phil Knight, the owner of Nike, gave LeBron his first chance. Matter of fact, LeBron bought him a watch, a 1972 Rolex watch, because that's when Nike was born, in 1972. Gave him a chance. Took a chance on him as a high school kid. Obviously, it paid off big time for Nike. So Phil Knight's the only guy in that section sitting down with no phone,
Not on his
just
phone.
watching it. And I don't know if you have the pictures, Chris, or not, but the pictures are amazing. Every single person behind that basket, I'm sure in the whole arena, had their phone out recording it for their own history. I understand that, but it just shows you just how different it was. Because I showed a picture when Michael Jordan hit his shot against the Cavs to knock them out, or he beat Jazz with a shot to win it.
The push off.
Yeah, it was.
It was a push off.
It was. I wasn't a Jordan fan. I hated him.
Yeah.
I hated him, but I don't hate him as much as I hate this guy. But I'm just saying, back then there were no phones, but no one had their little disposable camera out either. It just it's a different way that we watch games, and it's a different era of basketball. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to argue with you who's a great player or whatever. We all going to have top 10s, top 20s.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be different.
I think LeBron is undoubtedly a top 2. He should be a top 2 player.
He's top 5.
In everyone's rankings.
He's top 5.
Top 5. Who are you putting over?
Don't ask me right now.
Who are you putting over him?
Don't ask me right
Putting
now.
Bill Russell over him?
But yeah, because I watched them. I like my guys.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think it's anything wrong with you putting your guys in there. As long as they're top 10 worthy,
Yes.
mix it up any way you want. You know, if you like Jerry West, he's the logo, you want to put him in there, go ahead. Put him in there. Magic and Bird, to me, were unbelievable.
Both top 5 for sure.
Unbelievable.
Magic's number 3 in my book.
When I see his, nothing brings a smile to my face more than when I see a Magic Johnson highlight.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot wait for the HBO reboot here.
Oh, yeah.
On the Lakers Showtime Part 2. I can't wait for it. Last year was great, and I'm looking forward to Part 2. But I loved that Lakers Celtics dynasty.
Yeah. It was great.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
It was great.
I just can't get into your guy.
And it started in college with them, too. That's what makes it so great.
There you go.
And they were
Don't
always
forget,
there.
Jordan's first 4 years are at North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And at 24 years old, he's in college. And this kid was already had 4 years under his belt already.
That makes it even more impressive to me. He was
the only guy on the team.
You remember the chosen one?
Yeah, of course.
He lived up to that. How many people
He did.
since that
He did.
had been, the next LeBron? You look at guys like Sean Livingston was supposed to be the next LeBron.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons, Jabari Parker, Imani Bates, all of these guys. LeBron lived up to that and then some. And that's what it is.
I can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
I just don't like him, and I'm pissed that he broke the record, to be perfectly honest.
You're pissed?
Oh, big time.
Why?
I don't want to be mean,
Yeah.
but I'm on the heavyweight show, right? I can say whatever the hell I want. I wish that he broke down last night before he did it. I was rooting for him to blow his Achilles out, to tell you the truth. I really was. I didn't want him to break the record. I'm sorry.
Kareem didn't look very happy courtside
No,
either.
he's not happy.
Yeah.
He's
That's
never
a cat.
happy. He's never happy.
Yeah, he's a grouch. He's been a grouch since he was a kid at Power Memorial High School in New York. He's been a grouch since then. He's always got other stuff on his mind.
That's for sure. What do you think, Raheel? You're Jordan?
I respect. I'm in the middle of I did not like LeBron until went back to Cleveland, took a chump change team, won a championship. I respect LeBron's game. I like his game. His game has gotten better. I don't like the flopping, some of the overdramatic stuff. But to me, watching Michael Jordan assassinate the Pistons and take down some of the best players in their prime, I'm going to go with Jordan. But my top 5 player list looks a lot different from everybody else's. Everybody's subjective and to each their own, but I personally think that Jordan, to me, just because the way he was able to, against the NBA when it was a lot tougher, when the foul rules were tougher, there's a lot of little things to me, because you can get up and basically punch somebody back then.
Yeah, you can't even hand check now.
Yeah, now it's just too. The league is now structured to have. It's not the rivalries. The fierceness of rivalries is gone.
That's true.
How about
LeBron would have been
Mr.
successful.
Basketball over there?
What do you think about it, Chris?
I want to hear from Chris.
I think I got the happy medium. Spencer got the big point out that I wanted to get, and the thing about LeBron is he not only lived up to the hype, but he surpassed the hype, and I think that's a big deal, because how many people in every industry, every facet of life, we're always looking for the next greatest, the new this, the new best, whatever, and he actually lived up to that versus 99% of people that crumble under that pressure. So I wanted to give him credit for that. But I think I have the happy medium, Maz, that I think you can maybe agree with. In my personal opinion, at their peaks one-on-one, Jordan is the best. But LeBron had the best career. I think when you look at the totality, the longevity, again, what Spencer said, the skill set, the size, everything. But if I'm taking one player for one game, I'm still taking Jordan at his peak versus LeBron at his peak. But I think that the balance is that LeBron had the better career, but Jordan was the better player.
Now, Jordan's career was sidetracked a couple different times. Yet he still comes back, and he still wins championships. Mm-hmm. So, he sidetracked it himself. Yeah, he gambled too much, and he took a vacation.
Yeah.
I still believe to this day that he was suspended secretly
I believe
by David Stern, but we'll never know, and who cares?
Mm-hmm.
He came back, and he proved exactly Well, he took the team back from Scotty again.
Yeah.
Right? Scotty was taking that team, but they couldn't get past the Knicks at that point. Back comes Jordan. And
Look at
back
that.
they come.
Yeah.
Back come my headaches.
Yeah, 4-5. Put on the 4-5 and did it again. But we got a lot more to talk about, obviously. We're going to get into a lot of Lions conversation. We had Jamaal Williams doing some things, saying some things on First Take. We're going to break down, and we're going to have the esteemed Rod Beard join us to talk about some Pistons, which I'm very excited about. But first, let me tell you about Alta Engineering, because at Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You have a big project coming up. Alta Rent has you covered. Call them today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. It's Alta Equipment, where uptime matters.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Woodward Sports loves sports, and we also love to party. Join us for the big super party. Wait, we can't say super. We really can't say. Come join us at our super party on Sunday, February 12th, from the only place that can handle a Woodward Sports super party. Well, our super party will be at Flight Club on Michigan Avenue in Inkster. Join us for a live pregame show and watch party with the crew. Enjoy a halftime buffet, DJs, the Woodward Sports family, and more entertainment. You don't want to miss the big game with Woodward Sports. Get there early. This event will reach capacity. Come celebrate the Lions season and enjoy the final game of the year in style. See you Super Sunday at Flight Club. At least the party will be uncensored.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, and the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Spencer Axter. You guys already know the legend, Tom Mazway on
Sitting
the
in
desk.
for the legend, easy.
Sitting in for the legend. I don't know if he's legend yet. He hasn't reached that state.
He's our boy, though.
He's our boy, for sure. We were just talking a little bit about LeBron James and what he did last night and how that ranks amongst players all time, and you've heard all of our takes about it. But, JB, we didn't hear from you. Where do you put LeBron James all time? Is he over Jordan? He's got to be top five?
He's got that sweatshirt. You ever see JB's sweatshirt?
Oh, yeah.
The 23 in red and black over the 23 in purple and gold.
No disrespect to LeBron, but he is behind Jordan. I have to agree with Maz on this one. Just because he goes out there and scores the most points does not make him the GOAT. And I think if we have the GOAT conversation, it's generational between every single era. The 1 and 2 is going to be different depending on who you choose and who you got to grow up with during that time period of the players that were playing. Because some people, as Matt said earlier today, Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain are their 1 and 2. They could care less about Kobe and LeBron right now. So for me, it's Jordan over LeBron, but Kobe is definitely in that mix as well too.
Okay. We just forget because let's face it, we're talking about what we're watching now, right? And you get that in your head. So when we talk like best quarterbacks and everything, I think Dan Orlovsky, who did do it the other? Lawrence Taylor.
Yes.
Put out his best defensive players, his best linebackers, his best defensive players, and he left off Aaron Donald.
Can't do that.
But you know what? He put Deacon Jones in. Now you've never seen Deacon Jones play.
No, I have not.
Deacon Jones was like the start of the sack master, the guy that knew how to get into the quarterback, head slapping, all that kind of jazz. So if you do the same thing with quarterbacks, people forget. Sammy Baugh, Cleveland Browns, what the heck was Otto Graham, all these guys, Johnny Unitas.
None of those guys are as good as Tom Brady, man.
No, I'm not saying they are.
Okay.
But people forget that they did exist. They did play the game, and they played it with the rules of that era.
Yeah.
You can't take away from them, though. But you cannot take away from... You can't put LeBron ahead of Jordan. It's impossible to do that.
I don't know about impossible. I did it. I'm going to keep doing it. To me, he has reached that status. To me, he is there. I have Bron 1, Jordan 2, Magic 3. And then I'd probably go Wilt and Larry Bird as my top 5.
I can't argue with those 5.
Yeah.
You can mix and jumble them up.
Mix and jumble them up.
You know what?
Wherever you
Maybe
want.
Rod Beard's got an idea of who his top 5 are. I know he would have put LeBron James ahead of Michael Jordan. I know.
I don't know. He just might. He just might. We're gonna figure that out for sure. We got him on?
Yeah, we got him on.
Oh, let's bring him on. Mr. Rod Beard.
Oh, Rod.
As you know, he is the assistant sports editor for the Detroit News. Thank you for joining us today. And we just talked about it. You heard that. I've never said this before in my life until yesterday, that LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. I said it for the first time yesterday. I felt a little dirty, but I didn't mean it. Where are you at with the conversation, obviously, with him making history last night?
He made a mistake, Rod. Go ahead.
Just because you say things out loud does not make them true. I am the most handsome and the most beautiful man in the world, and I say it, but it doesn't make it true just because I say that. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever. That's
Bar none.
I don't know what can happen to change that. What would somebody have to do to change it? I don't know. You'd have to win 8, 10, 12. I don't know how many championships you'd have to win and be the all-time leading scorer.
For me, it's just, I talked about it. LeBron is a better passer. LeBron is a better rebounder. He does not have the final success, obviously. I can't take that away from George. 6 for 6, 6 MVPs. That is also something that will probably never be repeated again. But I don't know. I look at it just as basketball player. Miami LeBron, the year after they lost to the Mavericks, that year when he was in Miami, his revenge tour, that was one of the scariest athletes I've ever seen in my entire life. There was nothing anybody could do to stop him.
I was just explaining to him, Rod, and maybe you could help me out with just the rules and the eras. They are what they are. But if you put Michael Jordan in this day and age of basketball, I think he's gonna score a lot more points. Is all I'm trying to say. And the rules have changed. You know, they used to call traveling back in the day, and now they call a foul if you just put your hand on a guy. So it's different than it was, and that's why I don't think you compare the two of them like that. My opinion.
No, I think Jordan played in a different era, and I'm going to say that era was better. Everybody's going to say the era they grew up in is better than the ones before it and better than the ones after because they remember it and they know it so intimately that they can tell you the differences in those two. Jordan played with some of the legendary people that we talk about. And you're going to say Steph, you're going to say KD, you're going to say some other people too, but they are not the same as the Magics, the Birds, the Kareems, and folks that Jordan played with early, and Isaiah that Jordan played with earlier in his career. And once he got to that pinnacle, he was just there. And then he went away and came back, and he wasn't himself anymore. But if Jordan had played 20 years, I don't know how many points he would have scored.
For me, it's also the longevity. I've never seen this before where a player has been in the prime of his career for 20-plus years, doing the same, being inarguably a top 5 player in their sport for 20-plus years. I've never seen that before, and I don't think anyone will ever see that again.
Hey, you brought up the point that he was the chosen one. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He came up from high school, and he lived up to that. That I cannot argue. What's your take on LeBron, period, in the history of basketball, Rod?
I think he's up there in that discussion, and I think I've told you this before too, Maz. Why can't it just be okay to say LeBron is one of the top 5?
Yes.
And that's okay. We live in a society where everything has to be a superlative. If he's not number 1, we're going to argue to the death, and we're going to have a battle royal cage match about it because we disagree.
Correct.
I'm happy saying LeBron is one of the top 2 or top 3, and that's fine. That's awesome because there are only 3 people that are in that discussion. But LeBron, to live up to and to not have any stain on his name, as good as Michael Jordan was on the court, people will talk about why he left and the gambling and the other stuff. LeBron doesn't have those distractions. He doesn't have that by his name at all. He went through his entire career, or has gone through his entire career, as the model of what you want an athlete to be in terms of, I mean, if the worst thing you can say about him is the decision and that he could have handled that better, if that's the worst thing you're going to say about LeBron, he did pretty good in his career.
He did, and the decision, again, after he left that team, I just never liked him because of the way he manipulated the system. He changed what I thought was a pure sport. Basketball, you got to hate the son of a gun on the other side of the court, to me. And he's hugging, and well, I know Isaiah and Magic hugged. I get all of that, but they hated each other. And I still think there's a part of them that hate each other. These guys don't hate each other anymore. I just think he's the poster boy for changing the culture of basketball for the worse, I think.
I mean, and that's everybody's opinion on what they like or don't like about the culture of NBA basketball. But again, the way that he carried himself and portrayed himself, the way that he played at a high level his entire career, I think you look at LeBron differently if he brings Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to Cleveland and they win a couple of championships there. But it kind of looks like you're out ring hunting and ring chasing if you go to LA, if you go to Miami, and if you bounce around the league a couple of times. That's the other Jordan thing and the Isaiah thing. You stayed in the same franchise, win or lose, high or low, your entire career. And that, I mean, in Jordan's case, he left and went to the Wizards, but for the majority of that, he is a Chicago Bull. That's just what he is. If I ask you what LeBron is he a Cleveland Cavalier? No, you're going to say he's a lot of different things wherever he won a championship.
That's fair. And I did just give Maz my top 5 of where I put him in. Or I did say LeBron, Jordan, Magic, Wilt, and Larry Bird. So if you had to give us your top 5, right, who would you be putting in? You don't have to put them in order, but like you said, the top 5 greatest players that you've seen or that have played in the NBA.
LeBron, MJ, Kobe, Kareem has to be in that list. Has to be.
Yes.
And I'm going to say Magic, but you could easily put Bill Russell in there. It's just what your cup of tea is. That if you say Magic, you've got to say Kareem in the same sentence. Magic came up under Kareem, and Kareem had accomplished so much even before Magic got there. Magic is a dynamic player, but again, we get into these discussions and people want to say, oh, well, you're downing Magic or you're downing Larry Bird because he's not on your list. No, these guys are still top 10 of all time in the NBA. That is a tremendous honor to even be mentioned in the same discussion with these guys.
It's what you like. You know what? There's always a top 10, top 12 because, you know, Steph Curry's on the outside right now, and he could wind up in there, but it's all said and done because he's in my top 10. I just love his game, but it doesn't matter. I know. You know that.
He's in your top 2.
You know that. You know I love Steph. All right, I want to ask you this. So last night at Staples, I'm not calling it the other thing. Last night, LeBron's on the court about to break the record. And Anthony Davis is on the bench, and he finds himself so tired that he just sits down, doesn't even look at the shot, doesn't react to the shot, doesn't give a damn about the shot. What's your take on that? It was the most weird thing I've ever seen.
See, and I saw the same clip, and I needed some context with that because it looked like he was coming from the locker room, and you can't really tell. So if he's coming from the locker room and he kind of gets to the floor and he doesn't know what's going on, maybe he doesn't even know that that's the basket that breaks the record. Maybe he thinks that's just another one because LeBron really did go off in that third quarter.
He didn't clap after. He still stayed there. He stood up. He didn't clap. He stood up because the team was going to gather. So he's like, all right, I guess I got to get up. He knew.
He was having a bad game, though.
No, but he knew.
I couldn't tell from the clip that I saw.
Something's rotten. I know we got to take a break, but I want to ask you about something when we come back.
Yeah, can we hold you through a break real quick? We got to pay some bills.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I appreciate that. We'll be right back with more from Rod Beard and what's going on in the landscape of the NBA. But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You want perks? You can get the Black Card. Black Card members enjoy the amenities such as unlimited tanning, hydro massage, massage chairs, and total body enhancement, along with access to over 2,000 locations worldwide and unlimited guest privileges. And from February 6th to the 16th, you can find your big fitness energy. Join now for just $1 down and $10 a month. Hurry, the offer ends soon. And make sure you get into Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full-on merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed-out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pig game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com. Thank you all for joining us here on WoodwardSports.com for the Woodward Heavyweight Show. I am Spencer Raxter. You know he is Tom Mazaway. We got Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos, Rogelio in the Maz chair, and on the line we have the one and only Rod Beard, the assistant sports editor for the Detroit News. So,
but we know he's the Pistons man.
He's the Pistons man. You had something that you wanted to say about the state of the NBA?
Getting back to Anthony Davis. What I saw last night tells me by tomorrow at 4 p.m., he is not a Laker anymore.
Whoa.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
Come on, Rod.
You're going to structure a deal with AD, and what are you going to have? You need something about LeBron to make that team interesting. And if you don't have AD and you're getting rid of Westbrook too.
I got it for you. You ready?
Okay, give me what you got.
Now, I don't know if it works money-wise and salary cap, but I think they could circumvent whatever the hell they want. There's a team that I root for on the East Coast called the Brooklyn Nets. Okay?
Goodness.
They got a couple of guys. I think Kevin Durant plays there, and I think a guy named Ben Simmons plays there. The Nets are giving up the ghost, obviously. Why the hell not make a deal with the Nets? I'm just throwing it out there at you. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm sorry,
Come on,
Rod.
man.
What's wrong with that?
Are you sending Westbrook and AD? Because the money has to work, and you got two max contracts right there that you're. Oh my goodness!
I know, but Westbrook, isn't he on an expiring?
It's the last year of his deal.
Okay. So you get Anthony Davis, who's got a little more tread on the tire, and he goes to the Nets. I don't know. He goes from one big city to the other. Just a thought.
The number of draft picks you would have to send to Brooklyn to make them interested in that deal. borough of Brooklyn would break apart and become its own.
It's already broken apart. Look what Kyrie did to that team. He screwed that team. He screwed them. They got a bag of balls for him. They could have did a better deal with the Suns. They could have had Chris Paul and I forgot the second guy, and a bunch of picks. Now, I thought Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. I thought Chris Paul matched with KD for 1 year could have maybe salvaged the Nets for what they've done in the last 3 years. Instead, they're going to get nothing out of it.
No, but Maz, you would have to catch Joe Tsai on a bender, just a serious bender, for him to say, you know what we need is more dysfunction. We're going to take AD and Russ from you. I mean, the Lakers are toxic as it is.
Yeah.
But they would, to get rid of both of their big kind of problem guys in one fell swoop and end up with another top 5 player in the NBA is wishful thinking, man. That's.
Wouldn't that be great soap opera? Wouldn't that be a great soap opera? Let's say the league is talking to the Nets.
Soap opera. What are we talking? What are we doing? It's already good soap opera.
I know.
You got Kyrie in with Luka. You think people's eyes aren't glued on that game to see how that thing works out with Mark Cuban? Is there any other owner you would rather have Kyrie with than Mark Cuban?
I love Mark Cuban.
That's a soap opera in itself.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the deal Dallas made? How do you not? Right.
I like that they're trying something different. They realize they've got a clock ticking on Luka, and they've got to figure something out. And you don't give up a tremendous amount. I think Spencer Dinwiddie is a good player. Dorian Finney-Smith is a good role player. But in this league, if you're at that level, you have to make bold moves, and they made a bold move. I like that they went for it, and they're going for it right now.
So I don't know how to transition from Maz's trade proposal.
It's trade deadline day tomorrow. How about something for the Pistons?
That's what I was going to try to say. So speaking on the Pistons, they have some pieces that other teams, they've already made it clear that they don't want to move Bojan, but Alec Burks, Nerlens Noel, these guys could be intriguing pieces for a contender to add someone to their bench and to their rotation. Have you heard anything about potential deals being done, potential suitors that are asking for someone of those talents from the Pistons?
No, I think the Pistons are playing it straight, and they'll answer the phone and they'll just kind of sit there and think about it. But they have an asking price, and if you're going to say a pseudo unprotected first round for Bojan, that's the price. And if a team really wants to come and get him, they're going to have to do that. Do the Lakers want to do that in the midst of everything else that's going on? I mean, that's they've got to have some other stuff going. Bojan doesn't solve their problems. They've got other stuff. And some other teams that are looking at it. The West is so wide open right now that you would think that there are calls, but Bojan has to be somebody that a team could think would take them over the top. And I don't know if a team really has that much investment in Bojan to say we're giving up a top 8 or top 10 protected first round pick in order to make that happen.
I know we don't get you a lot here, and I know your time is valuable, so I want to get a quick draft question in. Let's say the Pistons wind up with the number 2 pick, which will probably happen. They'll probably wind up with the number 7 pick.
No, we're getting Wemby.
Okay, if they don't get Victor, are you taking another point guard and Scoot?
I'm going to see what I can. I'm taking a lot of phone calls at that point. And that's the point where you say, hey, maybe there's a deal out there that can get us a couple of veterans and something else, and you can move down and get somebody in the draft that you really want. Scoot is going to be exciting, but now you're a guard-heavy team, and you got so many question marks in your front court that you don't want to take Scoot, but if you have to, you have to. But I think in that case, they might look at trying to make a trade and really improving the roster with some veteran talent. They're going to have to do it at some point anyway.
Yeah. That is something we've talked about it a couple times, and I've had this idea. It's not as crazy as Maz's switching of Brooklyn and LA, but it's something that I would personally love to happen.
They're going to merge.
Anthony Edwards. We know Anthony Edwards is not happy in Minnesota. We know he doesn't get along very much with Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. That situation doesn't seem to be working out. if you're Troy Weaver, if you're the Pistons and you do end up landing the number 2 pick, do you think you call Minnesota and say, what do you want for Anthony Edwards? I'll give you anything because I think he would fit so well on that team with Cade.
So here's the question though. If you're Minnesota, you have to make a decision between Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. Is Edwards the one that you're trying to trade? That's a legit question. I would think Towns may be the guy that's on the way out. As much as he's meant to that franchise, if they had to make a decision, I think they would rather keep Edwards and scuttle everything else to build around Edwards. Young guy who could be a leader. I think that would be more the way I would lean, at least.
I agree. I just feel like the growing resentment there, and we know now in the NBA, you could just you've got Korkmaz demanding a trade when he's the 9th guy on the bench at Philly. And so anything could happen.
Hey, who do you like right now at the midway point here, Rod? How's it shake out? Is Denver really the team? I can't see Denver taking it off the sheet here. What's your take?
They haven't been there. I mean, I like what they have in Jokic, but show me that you can win that game when you need to win that game in the playoffs, that tight win right down the stretch. And Jamal Murray is that type of player. He showed he can be that in the bubble year, but if you don't have that momentum, it's going to be hard to build that up and immediately say we're going to get over a couple of humps that we haven't been over in the playoffs before. We've seen it with Milwaukee trying to get there. You got to knock on the door a little bit before you can just bust the door down, and I think that's where Denver is right now. I don't think the Warriors are done. I think there's still a little bit left in the tank there that they could give teams problems. I really like what Milwaukee's doing too. I just think that they're right there and they could get right back. They have the depth and they've had it for a number of years, but they could get right back to the top 2.
I was just going to say that about the East with the same question. Obviously Boston is still up there with their duo. They have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is hard to beat, but you look at Milwaukee and with the amount of perimeter defenders they have on that team is just somebody now. Hopefully, having a healthy Chris Middleton going into the playoffs will mean a lot for them. Is Milwaukee your pick out of the East?
Yeah, I like Milwaukee in the East, and Boston has been there. But they've got so many front court questions. You got to convince me that Horford is going to stay healthy or Robert Williams can be healthy for them. Then I would say it's kind of a 1A and a 1B discussion in the East. You've got Boston and Milwaukee, but in the West, it's just going to be a knockout, drag out of the teams there. So it'll be another fun playoff experience that we see. But the East, I think, is really just those 2 teams.
Yeah. Last one, Rod. Do you see Kevin Durant moving tomorrow?
To LA?
No, period. The Pistons, for crying out loud. I don't care.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I think they're just going to try to build something around him. I think Brooklyn's going to make calls, and they haven't been this close. And the Ben Simmons stuff, the James Harden stuff, they've made so many overtures to try to get close. And if they feel like they're far away, what kind of ransom are you getting for Kevin Durant? You've got to get a ton of draft picks, a ton, in order to feel like, hey, we got to start this all over and hit the reset button again because they really just got really close.
Yeah, that's
no kidding.
No kidding. You see,
they were a toe away from knocking out the Celtics.
Yeah, a toe away from winning the championship.
Yep.
If you didn't
knocking
wear
out
size
the Bucks.
15s,
Excuse me, the Bucks.
Yeah, they would have beat the Suns too, but. Rob, we appreciate you for joining us. We're definitely going to let you go. As Matt said, we know your time is very valuable. Thank you for joining us on the Woodward Heavyweights. And hopefully this time next year we'll be talking about the Pistons being buyers so they can make that playoff push.
Hopefully this time tomorrow you're talking about KD and being a Laker with LeBron.
You watch. Hey, I want Detroit News Pub tomorrow if that happens, okay? I want Detroit News Pub.
If that happens, clip it and send it, and I will post it that you predicted this, man.
You got it, man.
That'd be beautiful.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you, Rod. Have a great night.
Looking great, by the way.
Yeah, the man, Rod Beard. He is the man.
Chris.
Yeah.
Help me out.
No, I'm not helping
me out.
Listen, Maz, did you not see the reports? They didn't want to trade Kyrie to LA.
I
so
know
what makes
that.
you think they want to give Kevin Durant the even better player?
Kyrie, that's because Kyrie wanted to go there.
Yeah,
so Joe Tsai said, F you. I wish Joe sent him to freaking Houston. If I was Joe, I would have sent him to Houston That's what I would have done. I would have bit the bullet. I would have taken nothing from Houston and sent them there. Because I would have sent them to purgatory if I was Joe Tsai.
Yeah, send him to purgatory. Yeah. You should have traded him to Sacramento.
Well, there you go. Send him to Sacramento.
They're looking pretty good, though, this year.
So that's a different... I'm just saying, if the Nets want to... The Nets can't win.
No.
They can't win.
They can't.
So do something.
If you do a move like that, it happens at the offseason. There's no way you can coordinate that much in 24 hours.
And that doesn't make the Nets better.
It's been working. They've been doing it. They've been talking for how many weeks now? They knew where to get rid of Kyrie. It's not 24 hours. They're talking as we speak.
If the Nets are trading Kevin Durant, they're getting at least 4 first-round picks for him, and the Lakers can't give that.
No, they can't.
But
the Nets got a 2029 first-round pick.
Yeah.
Who gives a damn? 2029.
He's a 7th grader. Who is that right now?
Who the hell came up with that?
Chocolate milk in the
That's a good deal?
Right no, that was not a good
5 second-round picks? Who cares?
That was a bad deal. That was a bad deal. But Kyrie's in Dallas. We'll see what goes on there. But
hope he flops.
If you honestly think that Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook will get traded to the Brooklyn Nets, you might need someone to talk to, and we have the place for you. That is SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Make sure you guys check out Bedrock Detroit, because downtown Detroit is all decked out for this season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge and the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant Arctic slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade, plus you can grab drinks at the Lodge before and after games. Shop, eat, and play downtown anytime with Decked Out Detroit, and make sure you check them out on deckedoutdetroit.com. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com, the new and improved WoodwardSports.com. I'm Spencer Axter. He is the legend, Tom Mazaway. We have Chris Platty, the T booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos, and Rogelio in the Maz chair. We just got done talking about some pretty wild trade proposals with Rod Beard.
That's how I like my trade deadline.
You like it spicy?
I like it spicy. I like it like NHL trade deadline.
That's fair.
That's what I like.
It makes people watch, that's for sure. But something else that makes people watch are the talents and the off-the-field antics of one Jamaal Williams.
Swaggy.
This guy, swaggy. He's the man. He's a big anime guy, so that's why he holds a special place in my heart. Mm-hmm. But he was on multiple publications, and today he was on First Take with Stephen A. Smith.
Yep.
Made a lot of comments talking about we want to and we're going to make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, the Detroit Lions. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We are taking the North. The change has started in the NFC North. So all signs are pointing to him coming back. Is this already a done deal? Is Jamaal staying in Detroit for sure?
I don't know about that, but it's something I would definitely like to happen. Now, will he take a hometown discount? What's he going to make a year? This is a great crop of free agent running backs this year. And Tony Pollard would have been the number one guy had he not gotten hurt in that game, man, against who'd they lose to? The 49ers.
49ers, yeah. That was
Tony
terrible.
Pollard, man. I was in love with that guy. And I don't think Dallas used him enough.
No.
And I think Zeke was going to be on his way out had Pollard stayed healthy. They still might franchise Pollard, but there are other great running backs. Josh Jacobs from the Raiders, man.
Yes.
The Raiders, they don't have any money.
They're not tagging him.
They don't have any money.
They can't tag him. David Montgomery's out there.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his, but I'll tell you what, man. If you had the choice of Jamaal Williams coming back or Josh Jacobs, let's say Josh Jacobs costs you a little bit more, obviously. Who would you rather have?
Obviously, I got to go with Josh Jacobs. I mean, the guy was a first-team All-Pro. He just had the best year of his career.
Best year.
He does not miss many games when it comes down to it. But like you said, that he's going to be asking for Zeke type numbers. He's going to be asking for $18 million a season. And I'm not in the books of paying a running back that much, especially he's going to want a 5-year deal. I think you can get Jamaal Williams on a 2 or 3 year deal, pay him $6 million a year. And he's a guy that just rushed for 1,000 yards and broke Barry Sanders' record.
Yeah,
so to me,
he could score.
He can score. He likes it here. And I do believe we have somebody on the phone lines calling in. I'm not sure. Hello, sir. You're live on the Woodward Heavyweights. Would you like to say something about this topic?
Man, what the fuck do you want from me, dude? I left work. Like, why are you asking me to call in, man?
Hi, Adam. I just throw it out there because I always throw it out there. You never call. You never call. I ask you to call every day. Now you call and you're cursing me? I love you.
I love you.
I just wanted to get cursed at again.
Adam, who would you rather have, Josh Jacobs or Jamaal Williams?
Jamaal Williams, 10 out of 10, 100%.
How come? Just for the money?
It's the money, obviously. Obviously, the better running back is Jacobs. So come on, guys. Bring back Jamaal Williams. Let him do his fucking sensei shit. I don't know, whatever. In the locker room. Let him be a goal line back. All right, and to fucking call it a day. You want a good running back? 3 of them were fucking studs this year and ran for 1,000 yards. Tyler Algier, Isaiah Pacheco, 5th and 7th round picks. Like, you can fucking find them. Nothing for the world.
They haven't found him yet, though. That's the thing. I mean, you had a number 1 back, but he doesn't get in the game very much.
But it's Brad Holmes,
Swift.
baby.
I know.
It's
I do
era.
believe in Brad Holmes. And just for the hell of it, while I got you on the horn here, give me your top 5 NBA players.
All time.
Oh, you guys are going to make me do this?
Yeah. Well, I'll just do it I'll do it easy for you.
No, I got it. I'll give it in order.
Okay, go ahead.
Fine. I got it.
All right.
I got it. I'll do... I'm going to do Michael 1, LeBron 2, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 3. Keep in mind, I'm not having Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell on my list. It's, like, not fair.
Okay.
Because
they're playing
I don't quantify what they did. I don't. So I'm leaving them out.
Milkman.
No, I got Magic Bird.
Yeah.
4 and 5.
Good call.
That's a good
call.
list. That's a good list.
That's a solid list. I think that's rock solid.
That is rock solid. You can't argue any of those.
I'll say this, Maz. I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
All right? I've always been an MJ guy.
Yeah.
And I still think it's a hell of a debate. I don't think one is significantly greater than the other. But to everybody that says LeBron James is the greatest player of all time, I actually have no problem with that anymore. I just don't. Because I can't deny his greatness. I just can't. We try to be right about, who's the best, who's won, who isn't, fun and all, but at the end of the day, these are the 2 greatest basketball players I've ever watched in my life, and I don't think anybody can say that.
You got it, man. That's right on the money.
That is right on the money.
Right on the money.
My dad he thinks Magic is the best.
He could be.
Basketball player of all time.
Maz, you're going to love this one.
Yeah.
My dad thinks Larry Bird is the best basketball player of all time, only behind Jordan.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I hated Bird just as much as I hated Jordan back in the day, so that makes them definite top 5 players.
My dad's got Dr. J in his top 5.
I love Julius Erving. I mean, I have my ABA ball at home signed by Julius Erving. It's my prized possession. Don't get me into Julius Erving stories and the Nets. Please.
He was the first.
Please.
He was the first LeBron. He was the first freak athlete.
He was
in
amazing.
the history of the NBA.
Just amazing. Hey, what do you got going tomorrow, Adam?
Me? Fuck, I'm Saturday. I'm walking around my house in my underwear, butt naked.
Good. What kind of underwear, by the way? Shirts or briefs?
I don't know the difference, to be honest with you.
They're
I
probably
think they're
boxer
briefs.
briefs then. They're probably boxer briefs.
I don't know. The white ones fucking drive me nuts.
How's Mrs. Adam? How's Mrs. Adam doing?
She's all right. You know, what are you going to do? She lives with me. I feel bad for her, but, you know.
Okay. I feel sorry for her as well. All right. We love you, man. Thanks for calling and cursing at me. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Adam.
All right.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well,
I'm sorry we got sidetracked there. My apologies. Get back to your Jamaal Williams. I want Jamaal Williams to sign here. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
for sure. I think he brings a lot to the table.
I think everybody does. I think what he brings in the locker room and on the field at the same time is something you can't replace very easily. So,
as far as it being a done deal, I think it is.
Yeah, Tim Twentyman. Do you have the tweet that I sent you from Tim Twentyman that he put out there? It's more just
from DetroitLions.com.
Yeah, he says, this is a quote from Jamaal Williams. He says, I really want to stay in Detroit if I can. Really just want to stay here, make my mark here. I really want to finish my career here if I could. And that is from Jamaal Williams.
That's sweet.
That says a lot about the culture of the team, about what they've built. And you saw at the beginning of the year when they signed him, he's like, the Lions are taking me out to dinners, treating me good. And now this is a destination where people want to stay and people want to make their mark.
And to come over from the Packers, I mean, that win last year for the last game of the season, you know that scratched him right while he was itching.
Oh, for sure.
That was a great thing for him. And the way they framed it today, they asked him, and I forgot who it was talking. It wasn't Stephen A. It was somebody else saying, hey, maybe it was Stephen A. It
was Mad Dog, I think.
Right. It was Chris Russo. Yeah. He was like, you got Minnesota and Green Bay. The only two teams that you got to worry about. And he's like, no, we're not worried about anyone. We're winning the North. And they were like, really? You can't believe it.
How do you feel about that, Rogelio? You want Jamaal to stay? I mean, I'm sure. Who doesn't? Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, outside of the fact that also, like you, I respect the fact that he likes anime, but I like simply put, he was a good complimentary back to Swift. And so I think if you already have a rapport with the offensive line, and I like Jacobs too, the Raiders back too, but I want him to come back.
Yeah. It's hard to say you don't want the guy back. Just like it's hard to say you went anywhere else for a haircut other than Lady Jane's. Because that's just the decision you got to make.
What a segue.
And you could come into Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut and register for a once-in-a-lifetime experience to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports loves sports, and we also love to party. Join us for the big super party. Wait, we can't say super. We really can't say. Come join us at our super party on Sunday, February 12th from the only place that can handle a Woodward Sports super party. Well, our super party will be at Flight Club on Michigan Avenue in Inkster. Join us for a live pregame show and watch party with the crew. Enjoy a halftime buffet. DJs, the Woodward Sports family, and more entertainment. You don't want to miss the big game with Woodward Sports. Get there early. This event will reach capacity. Come celebrate the Lions season and enjoy the final game of the year in style. See you Super Sunday at Flight Club. At least the party will be uncensored.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
The Monroe Street Midway has swapped out roller skating, basketball, and mini golf for a giant Arctic slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade, and puck putt. With free entry to the site, you can enjoy a variety of new activities aimed at creating an exceptional winter experience for everyone. Get to the Midway this winter to enjoy tasty treats and make magical memories during the most wonderful time of the year. Those tasty treats include, but are not limited to, burgers, pierogi, homemade chili, chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese bites, plus gluten-free and vegan goodies so everyone has something to eat. And of course, coming soon, the Woodward Sports Winter Olympics. You'll be able to compete against Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards, Adam Beydoun, Ryan Armani, Jeff Iafredi, Tom Mazaway, the Woodward Heavyweights, and all of the Woodward Sports family in Monroe Street Midway Games. So make sure you check them out at deck.detroit.com for all your winter fun possibilities.
We gotta hurry.
Thank you.
Better hurry with this winter.
Yeah, I know.
I like this winter.
And I like it too. We're
I'm loving this winter.
45 degrees the past couple days.
Bring this winter every day. Plus on Sunday.
This is what happens though. How long have we lived in
We will
Michigan?
be screwed, you know.
Yeah.
Opening day.
Opening
in
day is
Detroit.
gonna be snowing.
We will be screwed.
It's all right, man. You saw me on opening day last year.
I did.
I'm gonna have a good time.
You
this year,
are going
too.
to have a good time. You always do.
I always do. I love
always do.
opening day. And speaking of opening day, it's getting pretty close. Getting pretty close to the Tigers reporting down in Lakeland.
Pitchers and catchers.
Pitchers and catchers in what, 6 days, 5 days?
Something like that.
I thought of this, and I want to hear both Tom Mazaway and Rogelio Castillo's opinion, because they are probably the two biggest baseball minds in Woodward Sports Network. Who needs to be the MVP of the Tiger season if they want to improve off of last year and actually do something that's worth watching?
I'm not going to say he's going to be the MVP, but you're definitely going to need to see Javi Baez step up his game. It's been a while. I mean, they paid him all that money. No one else was paying him. The Tigers stepped up and paid him. And he had a horrible year last year.
Dreadful.
As far as stats go, I'll let Rogelio handle the stats. The guy is a stat machine.
Mm-hmm.
I just to look at this team, when they got him, I was excited because I saw the old El Mago as a Cub and how well he played. I was excited to see him in New York with the Mets with Francisco Lindor, and I thought that was going to be great. He comes here and he just opening day, didn't he? Had the winning RBI.
He did
on opening day.
Yeah.
He had the walk-off, and it all went downhill from there. And Raj, this is a new team, man. It's a team that we're not going to recognize half the names on this team by mid-season, I feel. But, you know, you got Shane Green and I'm saying it wrong. Riley Green.
Yeah.
Shane Green was back with the Dodgers. My bad. I knew I was wrong, but Riley Green, that's the guy you're betting on. That's the guy you put everything on. And I'm not sure if a second-year player will be able to get you up to the next level. But you need the pitching. You need everything to go with it. But I still say Javi Baez is the key to this team. I don't know. What say you, Raj?
Well, last year, the first half of the season, he had a thumb injury, which really...
like Game 3.
Yeah, and after that, it screwed him up because the second half of the season, he put up some good numbers. I mean, he batted he batted 268 last year, the second half of the season, and that's how he got that positive WAR.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if he's healthy, I guess there's some pictures of him already on Twitter saying he's a little thicker, so there's already the fat jokes inserted. But he's going to be playing in the World Baseball Classic. That's going to help him. He loves playing for Team Puerto Rico. But you're right, Maz. He's going to be a key to it. And I really think that when you hear Spencer Torkelson say stuff like he said last week about, well, my swing's fine, that's a red flag to me because we saw last year if you're missing center cut fastballs, there's something an issue. So, but I'm interested in seeing what they're going to get out of guys like Austin Meadows who can hit with power, but last year just went through like the worst luck you can ever see.
Yeah.
And so,
how about his brother?
Oh, Parker. No,
Yeah.
I just wrote an article of Parker. I really like Parker Meadows a lot. Last year, he was the best hitter in AA Erie. He batted over 300, had a WRC plus of over 120. The guy was insane. He could play center field and left and right. But he's going to take some time. I wouldn't see him up here until midseason at least. He's going to take some time before he gets up here, though.
Yeah, that's my guy is Austin Meadows. I think he needs that.
Ryan Lentz's guy.
Ryan Lentz's guy. He met him.
Yeah.
He's a
Came in here to Birmingham
frequenter of
Roast.
Birmingham Roast. That's a guy I think they need to get going. Obviously, like Rogelio said, he is a 30 home run guy. He's a guy that can hit for power, like you said, and he just couldn't get it together last year. He couldn't get on the field.
They didn't know what was wrong with him.
Injured, had multiple different injuries at the same time. It's tough. It's tough for me to see something something like that, because that's a guy I had some hope for. That's a guy I thought that he could go out in that outfield, be a presence, be a veteran, have some security in that lineup when you have those rookies that you're trying to get to work out. But it didn't end up working that way, and that was upsetting to me. But I really need to see Austin Meadows pick up. I'm not asking him to, have an MVP caliber season like he did in Tampa, but I want to see him do something. I need to see him do something.
Yeah, last year I like Tampa. I love the Rays. I like the way they do business. But when they made that trade, I said it right then and there. I'm like, they know something.
Yeah.
They know something. Roger, you think I'm far off on that?
No, I agree. I completely 100% agree with you, because when they asked for Paredes, it's like, they're going to recognize something about Paredes, and sure as heck, Paredes got off that really good start and then he ended up tailing off. But no, you're absolutely right, man. Tampa does this. They know when, and that's why they trade all their pitchers, starting pitchers, before they turn 30.
At their peak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at their peak, and then get prospects in return.
What's that rotation going to look like? That starting rotation for the Tigers next year? Obviously, hopefully Mize is back and healthy. Hopefully Spencer Turnbull, what's happening with him? They got Matt Boyd and brought him in here, but what is that starting rotation going to break down like? Matt Manning?
I think the back end, I think Matt Manning's going to surprise some people.
Yeah.
He's been taken well to instruction. I've been reading just how, in terms of shape, or he's injury-free, so that's going to be a nice thing. I think the front end of the rotation it's got some question marks. I mean, you signed Michael Lorenzen from the Angels, who's going to be a starter. To me, I think Manning, and also the key here is how Eduardo Rodriguez bounces back, because if he bounces back well, that gives you guy a trait.
Did they find him yet?
He pitched well at the end of the season.
But it's also
MIA for a couple months. But
I like the way he returns calls.
Yeah.
Well, a guy like Spencer Turnbull, I could see him coming out of the bullpen more effectively, because they built back his arm strength a little bit. But at the same time, I think guys like him, the back end of the rotation kind of worries me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But if they can get guys like Jason Foley, the step up in the bullpen, who did a really good job last year in high-level situations, I think the bullpen's going to be a lot better than people think that it's going to be.
Well, speaking of bullpen, Soto's gone.
Yes.
Did they get enough for Soto?
I think they did.
And did they do another mistake? Because it seems they get rid of guys too quick. I go back to Fernando Rodney. I still can't get that out of my head. How they got rid of Fernando Rodney at such an early part of his career. And the guy pitched for almost 20 years. And a pretty damn good out of the bullpen. And they had him. Now they got Todd Jones, but he's back in the booth.
No, as far as what they got for Gregory Soto, I think it's fine. I think they got players. Soto, everybody, the thing that cracks me up is I stuck up for Soto all the time last year, and it's like he still stinks. But the guy converted 94% of his saves.
I know.
So apparently that sucks.
No, but it didn't seem that way.
It did not
seem
But
the numbers, I guess, spoke for themselves, but every time I watched them, I felt like I was going to throw up.
I was always nervous whenever he got on the bump. It was tough.
He's always 3-0 and then walking a guy and walking the bases loaded and then getting him out. That just didn't do it for me. But obviously, Atlanta's not a dumb team.
Oh, you're talking about for Jimenez, the Braves trade the Joe Jimenez going down to Atlanta for Malloy was a really good trade for them. I think that Justin Malloy, we had a chance to talk to him on the podcast, and he's a good kid, and I think they're going to end up putting him out in the outfield. But Matt Verling and Nick Montan, who they got from Philly, and that Soto deal, those two it's depth. The Tigers have no depth until that trade, and so you're getting Soto, you're giving up 2 years, that's fine. The Tigers have been able under Chris Fetter to develop pitchers at any time.
How about a guy like Derek Hill? He's gone now. Do you think they bailed on him too quickly?
No, I think Derek Hill
could be a Gold Glover.
Well, I mean, if you want the honest truth, he's still unsigned as a minor league free agent. That's how bad Derek Hill has fallen off the face of the planet.
Wow.
So Derek Hill had his chance. He was drafted. He got 2014 he was on last draft under Dabrowski. He stinks. I wanted the Derek Hill to work out so well, but he can't swing.
Yeah.
Now, part of the old Justin Verlander deal, I saw something pop up the other day. The pitcher that they got, the ace from the 5-star from the Astros, Franklin Perez, who had to have arm surgery and all of that. I see he's back in the news.
Yeah, he's throwing, I guess, 80, 87, 88.
What did he used to throw, like 100?
He used to throw 95, 96 with a fastball, and his velocity's been gradually going down. And I feel bad for the kid. I really do, because this guy has tried to work his way back. So I don't know what he's going to... If he gets even up to AA, I'd be happy with that. But honestly, I don't expect much.
Yeah.
I mean, until I get down there to see the best shape of his life.
Everybody's in the best shape of their life
Right.
during spring training. All the reports come out, but there's a lot to look forward to. Hopefully this season isn't just another wash for the Tigers. We'll see. 6 days until pitchers and
you get to go to your first spring training.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked.
That should be amazing.
You're going to go see Yankees in Tampa?
Yeah, I'm going to go see that.
Toronto and Dunedin?
Dunedin on Monday,
Got to
yeah.
go see the Pirates in Bradenton?
I might even do that.
It's all within a half an hour of each other. It's a great thing. If you guys have never gone to spring training in your lives, mark it down. Put it on your bucket list. You won't regret it.
Yeah, that's for sure. One thing you don't see a lot in spring training is great defenders. You know, it's all the young guys, and they're flubbing some ground balls. But where you will get great defense is with Guardian Alarm, because it's a new year. So let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone with you as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You can get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Custom Health Centers can help you get into shape, and look at our very own Ryan Armani. They did it just for him. He went from Corey Spaghetti to Corey Maggette. And in all seriousness, though, Ryan enlisted the help of Custom Health Centers and lost upwards of 20 pounds. You can do the same thing. All you have to do is call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today and let them help you lose some weight.
It reminds me of Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal. Oh, yeah. That looks good.
Remember that one?
Brian looks good. He looks like he could catch, excuse me, 16 touchdowns for the Cleveland Browns or something like
Easy.
that. But he looked pretty good. Welcome back, everybody, to the Woodward Sports Network on WoodwardSports.com. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Tom Mazaway. You know Chris Pletty and JB are in the booths. And we got Rogelio in the Maz chair. So, Maz, you wanted to talk about this, huh? You wanted to talk about Flannel Sam?
I do.
Said today.
I do.
So we got into a little tangent.
I wish he was
early.
here.
I wish he was here too. He couldn't make it.
Oh my God, that would have been fun.
We got into a little tangent earlier about different, because D-Mac was looking like Bono a little bit with the glasses.
I did see that.
So we got into an argument about different musics and different musical tastes, and Neil was talking smack about the Beatles. And
oh my God,
Sam loves
only
the Beatles.
Neil.
He said Yellow Submarine is a joke of a song.
Oh my God,
it is though. I mean,
I don't love Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
I don't. But
I love the Beatles.
But don't talk smack about the Beatles.
And then Sam Flan, I said I prefer Michael Jackson to the Beatles.
Michael Jackson to me is
one of the best.
Top three.
Top three. He's the king of pop.
Top three. Elvis,
undefeated,
Beatles,
Michael Jackson. And Sam Flannel didn't agree. He said he only had three good albums. Said he does not have that great of a discography. Did not have any great songs, and he wasn't good after '87.
Oh Christ!
Well, how do you feel about that?
I think that's absolutely laughable.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson could be the great. Well, I think he is the greatest pop artist of all time. It's unfortunate he has all the baggage to go along with it. But if you want to listen to some great music and just be in a great mood most of the time, you put on a Michael Jackson song. I mean, I start you off when he was with his brothers with the Jackson 5, and I had every record. I still got my 45s at home in my box. I still got my albums. I should bring my 45 collection in for you guys.
You should.
Hell yeah,
I should with the Motown labels and all.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That'd be
man! How dare Sam? How dare you? Disparage Michael Jackson's singing prowess. I'm not going to tell you his personality and all the other. What's the matter, Raj?
No, Flannel Sam also said Bo Jackson's overrated.
I know.
He did.
I know. And Ben Wallace doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame. I get all of that. But this is music. And you know what? His family is big into music, Sam. Sam comes from a big musical background. His parents, I got to meet him at his wedding, and they are phenomenal people. And I just looked at both of them, and I'm like, now I know where this guy gets it. And this guy knows his stuff, whether it's sports history or music history. So I'm not going to disparage his knowledge. But for him to say Michael Jackson isn't a top 10 or whatever the hell it is, to me he's top 3.
Yes.
Could be number 1.
I agree.
Number 1 solo artist. I would think Michael Jackson would dominate. And we can go on and on. There's women. There's great.
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
Great women. I mean, I won't talk about all my 60s and 70s that I listened to and 80s. I listened to the 60s, 70s, and 80s on my Sirius satellite. That's what I listened to. That's
60s on 6? That's what my dad
It's not on 6
to.
anymore. It's on channel 72.
Oh.
So they call it 60s Gold or something like that. Then 70s on 7, 80s on 8. That's my 3 stations. And the blend. Like the blend. The blend is pretty good as well. I listen to Studio 54 radio as well. I do got some disco in me.
There you go.
They used to call me Disco Maz.
Disco
Maz? Disco Maz back in the day. The Bee Gees. I'm sorry.
The Bee Gees.
The freaking Bee Gees.
Oh, my God.
All right, I want to talk to Sam about the Bee Gees.
We need to say, JB, you had a reaction once I gave that Sam final take.
Yeah,
What did you have to
because
say about it?
I was in the back when all this was going on, and I was like, oh, you don't want to talk about this, but Maz, he even said the Beatles are better than Elvis.
Yeah, he did say the Beatles are better than
He
Elvis.
even went down the line of song titles. Like,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Sam Flannel said the Beatles are better than Elvis.
He said Hound Dog sucks.
Yes.
Well, come on, Sam. Jesus. Just when I want to defend you, you say things like that.
He said Hound Dog sucks. Elvis doesn't write his own music, and he's overrated.
Who cares?
I agree with that, actually.
I know he didn't write his own music. I get all of it. He did covers. 90% of the beginning of his career were covers. If you ever watched the Elvis movie, by the way, you gotta get on that. Have you seen it?
I haven't yet.
Oh my
It's a
God!
great My movie, dad's been great bugging me to watch it.
It's have you any of you guys seen it?
Well, you know I have, Maz, just because I love movies. But yes, it is a good movie. I would definitely check it out if you got some time.
Yeah, even if you're not an Elvis fan, you'll become an Elvis fan if you watch this and everything that he went through. But oh my God!
Yeah.
Now, did you guys like the Bee Gees back in the day?
I like the Bee Gees.
I know you're young. And
Yeah.
you know,
I'm an old soul, man. So I listen to old music.
How about disco? You like a little disco?
I can get down with
see
disco.
You dancing.
Yeah, I can get down with disco.
I know you're rapping and all, but
Rasputin's a great song. I love that song.
Hey,
Donna Summer.
Yeah.
Donna Summer, the queen.
Yeah.
The queen of disco.
We see some people in the chat. Gromado237 says Elvis was blah.
Look at that.
How do you can't live with these guys, man. I understand that Elvis didn't write his own music and he stole some music from people, but the guy was a performer. The guy had a fantastic voice. Legendary artist. You can't besmirch Elvis.
Oh my God, what a performer!
Yes,
could be one of the greatest performers.
One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, hands down, man.
Where do you put Zeppelin when you rank the Beatles? Because I got Zeppelin over the Beatles.
All right, you're not gonna like this. I wasn't a real big Zeppelin fan. Now listen, I'm not that music fan.
Okay, like hard rock.
I don't like hard rock.
All right,
and forget acid rock and garage. You know, it's not for me. It never was for me. I was I'm the soft rock guy.
Yeah.
I'm the soft rock king.
He's the definition of yacht rock.
So you don't
Yacht
like Pink
rock.
Floyd
I love
either?
yacht rock.
You don't like Pink Floyd either? You said no acid rock?
Well, Pink Floyd's got the the one. What's the song that's
Wish You Were Here?
Another Brick in the Wall.
Oh, Another Brick in the Wall.
That
Yeah.
went pop.
That's a good song.
So if it's poppy, I dig it.
What about The Who? Do you like The Who? I'm a big
They're
fan.
okay. Roger Daltrey.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
That's okay. They're okay.
What about the Stones?
Love the Stones.
The Stones? You
Love
put
the
them
Stones.
up
Matter of
there
fact, I
with the
saw them last summer in Jersey when I was visiting home. Was it last summer? It could have been 2 summers ago. Anyway, yeah. I definitely like the Stones. I don't put them in top 5.
No?
I don't. I don't. But again, it's just music taste.
Yeah, Zeppelin's. They're my favorite band of all time. I love Led
How
Zeppelin.
about you, Chris? What do you like? What's your and I know you're a rapper as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I still go record shopping every weekend with my dad.
Nice.
And, yeah, so I got some old soul to me. I like Grover Washington Jr.
Good.
I like a lot of the stuff my dad puts me onto, which is mostly jazz. But Marvin Gaye of all the
Love
old
Marvin Gaye.
souls.
How about Teddy Pendergrass? You like
Teddy Pendergrass, yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
I love.
Stick and I got cool with that. It was like one of my first weeks here at Woodward. Me and Easy just started singing Love TKO.
Oh,
and Stick
close
was
the
like,
door.
who the hell was that? How you know young cats know that? But yeah,
Teddy Bear.
Teddy.
He was my
Luther
guy.
Vandross,
Harold Melvin
too.
of the Blue Notes.
Luther
That's where he
Vandross.
was. That
Luther
was Luther
Vandross, too.
Vandross.
That's my guy.
One of my first dates. I took my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, to see Luther at the Garden, and I
man.
scored big points.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Big.
Mad.
I bet.
I still used Luther Vandross for dates.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's the move. It's the
Oh,
vibe.
what a sin that he's gone.
Luther Vandross.
Oh. And of course, he's got March Madness. You hear Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
One shining moment,
Future
baby.
ended the
That's
March Madness
Luther.
discussion.
Yeah. Relax.
JB, who do you like?
Oh, besides Michael Jackson, you know, Stevie Wonder,
Great.
Luther
Stevie's
Vandross,
great.
like you guys just said. I mean, there's so many great musics out there that you can just go back and just listen to. Like, if I could go back in time and just like have that moment when I first heard these songs all over again, that would be nice.
And Raj?
Me, I like Michael Jackson a lot. I'm a Nirvana, The Replacements, The Police. I'm like 80s new wave a lot. But Stone Temple Pilots. But I also like a lot of 90s rap. Far Side, A Tribe Called Quest.
Hey.
Those are some of my jams, and I'm a big Stevie Wonder fan too.
Stevie Wonder.
Now, let me tell you this, guys. Now, as much as I love sports, and you know, I live for sports.
Yes.
But I live for music.
I agree.
Music, I think, if I had a choice of if God came down and said, you only can have one, I'm picking music.
I probably would too.
I'm picking music because it
Me
just
too.
takes me back. Like when I hear a song, I remember where I was when I hear the song. Like I remember going to football practice at Pee Wee football, like 8, 9 years old, and I remember the Bee Gees, How to Mend a Broken Heart came on, and I was throwing up on the side. I remember stuff like that because I hated going to football practice, so I would always throw up on my way to practice. That's why you could see I never played any more sports after that, basically, and I just wanted to be a broadcaster.
That's fair.
I wanted to be a broadcaster. Go ahead, Chris.
Mez, have you ever heard the song Dr. J by Grover Washington Jr.?
No.
He's got a song called Dr. J.
Does
Look it
he?
up. Yeah, my dad put me onto it. It's a good one.
What about
I'm gonna
what
give
about
you some
Sam
homework.
Cooke?
Love Sam
I'm a
Cooke.
big Sam Cooke
He
guy.
died way early.
Yeah,
You know who I really love is
they were
Roy
jealous of him.
Orbison. I love Roy Orbison.
Oh yeah.
If you guys haven't heard like Roy Orbison, sit down and hear some of his. What a voice that son of a gun guy had. I mean, he so underrated.
I can't
but so
believe-
great.
You know, we got a couple paisans sitting at the desk and nobody mentioned Frank. Like,
Oh my God! I grew up in Hoboken.
Yeah, no.
I grew up in Frank. All I knew as a kid was Frank Sinatra from my parents.
Oh, my
And
grandma
I
loved
love
Frank.
Frank.
My grandma loved
How do you
Frank.
not love
you
Sinatra?
gotta love Frank. He's got one of the best, most iconic
Oh
voices
my
of
God!
all time.
Could be the greatest voice.
Could be.
of all time. There you go.
Very well could be.
Oh my God! Music is so great. You just keep turning over another stone.
Yeah,
and see what you got.
Pick somebody else up.
Aretha
and
It's
then,
all good, man. It's
Aretha
all
Franklin,
good.
yeah, Temptations, man.
Oh,
It's-
geez. Motown, man.
Motown was.
Have you
where
guys
it's
been
at.
to the museum?
I have.
I
yeah.
have, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just a little. They're fixing it up there. They're updating it. They're trying to expand it a little bit now. It's down on West Grand Boulevard. If you guys haven't gone, right across from the Fisher Theater, a couple blocks down from the Fisher Building.
Motown Museum is great.
You guys gave some props to Luther Vandross, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, yeah.
Luther Vandross is the man. We talked about that. It was skinny or fat Luther Vandross, and we all said fat.
No,
Like,
fat.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
got to
fat.
be fat Luther. But
I like fat everybody.
Yeah, they sing better.
Not fat Elvis. I like skinny Elvis
Skinny
better than
Elvis
fat
was better,
Elvis.
yeah.
I felt bad for fat Elvis.
Yeah,
he died on the freaking toilet.
He was struggling.
That's the one thing in life that I never want to do.
Is die on the toilet. That's
God
fair.
forbid.
Yeah.
And I spend most of my time on the toilet.
Yeah.
making that face when you're taking
God
that crap
forbid.
face. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
God forbid you
Don't
die
think.
on the
Don't think. I don't always think of that.
I'll be
All right,
embarrassed.
don't push
man.
too hard now, man. Don't push too hard.
Chris.
Listen, now is a good time to tell you about Matrix Home Solutions because
They sat me by the bathroom the other day at Matrix
They
Home
do
Solutions.
basements. That's
They
what they're
do.
known for. But they're also bathrooms and kitchens. They do those as well. So if you need a new toilet, something for that, they got something for that. An A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Call 888-594-8844 or go to matrixhomesolutions.com.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Disco Maz. We have Chris Friday in the TV booth, JB's on the ones and twos, and Rogelio in the Maz chair. So we got kind of sidetracked on that last segment, but I loved it.
I like that.
You love it. It's always good to break it up a little bit. But now we got to talk about the Super Bowl.
Let's
Super
do
Bowl's
that,
coming
man.
up. It's Super Bowl weekend.
My favorite day of the year.
Less than a week away. We're going to be spending the time in a certain location. I don't know if I'm allowed to say where it is, but we're going to be there. So make sure you come down and hang out. I'm doing the
Of course
first
you
half.
could say it. We got the commercials.
Yeah, we're
for
going to be
it.
at the Flight Club. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys come down and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I want to talk about. I want to get into your best Super Bowl memories, Maz.
Oh,
But
God.
we got to talk
I'll
about
keep
this
you
year's
bore
first.
you.
This year's first.
Yes.
You got the Chiefs, you got the Eagles, you got the two highest scoring teams in the NFL.
Equals.
The two 1 seeds in their respective divisions. The Eagles had 17 Pro Bowlers on their roster.
Yeah.
The Chiefs had Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. It's who do you got shaking it out? Because I got the Eagles, personally.
Yeah,
I just think they're too good, they're too complete, and I think they win by more than a touchdown.
I'll be damned. You got the Eagles.
I do.
I'm rooting for Philly, and that's not a good thing if you're from Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like almost disowned by my family
It's
for
like the
even
Empire
saying
State
it.
Building put
I know.
Philadelphia.
I know.
How do you feel about that?
That was
Sidebar.
horrible.
Yeah.
That was horrible. All right, I might be rooting for Philly, but you do not light up the Empire State Building in green and white unless it's the Jets. Okay, that's the papers were killing the Empire State Building. It said we're ashamed of you. Back headlines.
That was tough.
Anyway, you like the Eagles. I want them to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna win. I just think Kansas City, I just think Patrick Mahomes is going to be too much for them. And I think Patrick learned from when he was running for his life when the Rams were chasing his ass. The Buccaneers were chasing him all around.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I think he had like 500 yards of running back and forth.
He was running for his life.
Yeah, he was running for his life. They did not help him. The offensive line's much better this year.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you don't have the receivers you had back then. Tariq Hill's not here. And who else is out now?
Valdez-Scantling is
McCall
gone.
Hardman's out. So
Yeah.
you get Valdez-Scantling to slip on in there. And Juju's been invisible.
Yeah.
I know he's been hurt and in and out of the game. I like what they're doing on the running game. I like Pacheco all of a sudden. I think he's going to be an anytime touchdown scorer, by the way.
I
If you
like
guys
that.
want to bet, anytime touchdown scorers, I like Isaac Pacheco to check in. Obviously, Travis Kelce's all-world.
Yeah, best
All
ever.
world.
Best ever.
I just cannot see how Mahomes and Kelsey will let them lose this game. And on the other side, Chris Jones and Frank
Clark. Yeah.
Thank you. Former Michigan
guy, yeah.
Former Michigan guy. I just love what they have on both sides of the ball. And I like the coach. I love Andy Reid.
Andy Reid's the man.
But Nick Sirianni, he's like a ball buster, this guy. He's the perfect coach for the Eagles. And Jalen Hurts, he's been a great story this year. And he won me the fantasy championship. So I tip my hat to Jalen Hurts.
Hell yeah.
They've been running the ball really well.
Very well.
A.J. Brown is a stud. They got some damn good.
Devontae Smith's pretty damn good,
Devontae
too.
Smith, though, former Heisman Trophy winner. I think it could be a very high-scoring game. And I brought this up on our show earlier today. There was someone that put out a fake script, on this game that had the Eagles winning 37-34. They said it's all scripted out. This is the way it's going to be. And it's the fourth most bet on prop bet right now is the final score of 37-34 in favor of Philadelphia. I think it's the opposite. I think Kansas City is going to win this game. I'm rooting for Philly, but I think the Chiefs learn from that last loss, and I don't think they lose this time. Patrick Mahomes has got to be over 500 in Super Bowls, if you ask me.
I like it. I'm not mad about it because we did power rank the players in the Super Bowl, and my 1, 2, and 3 were Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones. And but then 4 through 8 were all Philadelphia Eagles players because you look at these guys and you see what is going on with that defense and how they have so many players with over 10 sacks. I believe they had 6 players on that defense with 10-plus sacks.
They fell by 15 sacks.
15 sacks. It is so
That's
insane.
a lot of sacks.
And they get Hargrave. They get Sue. They bring in these guys that have been in the league for a while, that know what they're doing. It is extremely impressive to me. And like you said, as well as the Chiefs' offensive line has looked, this is the best defensive line in football that they're going up against. And they're looking at an offense that can control the clock, that can run the ball, that can take the life out of you. And that is something that the Chiefs really haven't experienced yet. The Chiefs haven't gone into a team like that. They haven't seen a team like that yet. And I think the Eagles are going to go in there and they're going to punch them in the mouth. Rodilio, how do you feel? Who do you got?
I was going to ask you guys, do you think that Hadison Reddick is the best linebacker that the Chiefs have faced this year? Because I think that's going to be the ultimate challenge for Orlando Brown Jr. among the offensive line.
I don't know, man, with that. I think you probably got a good thing going there, Raj. Philadelphia is tough as they come, man. Tough as they come. What they did to the Niners, and I know the Niners were banged up like you could not believe. You couldn't have had worse luck for a team in one game.
I feel so bad for them.
I mean, everything went wrong for them. Fred Warner goes down, and then Bosa goes down, and then you lose your quarterback.
2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, you lost the practice squad quarterback. They got caught with their pants down. Why Jimmy G was not ready for that game is beyond me. They said he was going to be ready. He was going to be ready, and they didn't suit him up. I don't give a damn. You suit his
You're
ass
trying
up.
to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're trying to get to the Super Bowl. You needed that. What if he came in?
You could at least throw the ball. You couldn't throw the ball with Brock Purdy. His arm was broken. He couldn't move, and that is something I look at. But it's also, they got injured, and it was bad, but the Eagles injured them. The Eagles' defensive line got back there and mashed Brock Purdy a couple times. So that is something that...
Kid's out for the year.
Yeah, he's out for the year. He's got to have Tommy Johns.
Who knows if he'll have a year from Brock Purdy again.
Trey Lance is starting week 1 next year for sure.
We'll see about that.
Yeah,
There's still some movement to go around in the NFL. It's going to be a great NFL offseason. Remember that Lakers-Nets trade I had for you?
Yes, I do.
There's going to be some great ones in the NFL, but I don't see Patrick Mahomes losing this game. I think he's too good to lose this game. And you know what? I'm tired of rooting against them this playoff. I've rooted against the Chiefs in each game so far. Yeah. And I'm getting tired of rooting against them.
I just think, I don't know, the Eagles are more complete of a team to me. The Eagles are their defense is more complete. They run the ball better. They can still take deep shots. Like you said, the receivers on the outside are equally as impressive. They have the better offense. They have the better offense when you look at weapons outside of Patrick Mahomes. Like if you take Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts,
they definitely have more weapons besides the quarterback.
Yeah, you take Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts off the field, the Eagles have the better roster on offense.
Except for Kelsey.
Yeah. I mean,
Kelsey's like two players.
He is. He's always open. Yeah. How is he always open?
It's not that he's open the first time. He gets open.
Yes.
And Mahomes knows where he's at. Mm-hmm. It's like playing in the schoolyard with your friends. You know, back in the day, we played in the street. Yeah. Go hide behind the Cadillac and come out last second. That's what Kelsey does. Yeah. He finds the opening, and this freak, he's a freak. Yeah. Mahomes is a freak.
If I'm the Eagles, I'm giving him the Calvin Johnson treatment. I'm putting two guys in front of him, head up, all game. You're not beating me with Travis Kelce. You're going to have to do it with Pacheco and other players.
The thing is, Pacheco is really playing well.
He's looking really
They're
good.
running the ball. What round did they get him in? 6th or 7th round?
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
I know I always get yapped at for saying we should take a quarterback, we should take a running back, Lions-wise. You can get one in the 6th, 7th round. Yeah. Those good teams have gotten them in the 6th, 7th round. But you know what? We are becoming one of those good teams. We are becoming
you
that.
got Houston and Rodriguez in the 6th round, so
I know.
maybe they can make some magic happen again.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th.
St. Brown in the 4th. It's crazy when you
Steel
look at that.
City, baby.
I love it. I love it. And that's, to go off of the Super Bowl and talk about that, that's something I just have this implicit trust in Brad Holmes that
you're calm. Ryan said he's at peace.
Yeah.
He's at peace.
Yeah, honestly.
I know we wanted Malik Willis. Willis, I know you were on the train as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to get upset no matter who they pick anymore.
No.
I'm just not.
He's going to make the right decision every time, and it's going to be a good ball player.
Just hit a good one in the 2nd round.
Yeah, he's got 2 chances.
Let's get a good 2nd rounder for sure. And, Pascal still might be good, but let's get a sure bet.
Give me Sekai Ika in the 2nd round.
Hey, I don't give a damn who the hell they get.
That guy is a monster.
I do want a quarterback still, somewhere.
That guy's 6'5", 394 pounds.
What's he playing?
Defensive tackle. Plays out of Baylor.
Okay.
Or 358 pounds, not 94. But he
could be on the show.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Certified heavyweight. I would love to see that guy.
You guys will get him.
We could get him. But, Mads, before we go to break, tell me your favorite Super Bowl that you watched. It doesn't have to be, obviously, when the Jets won the Super Bowl. I'm sure that was up there for you. But
the Giants won 4.
What was your favorite Super Bowl?
It was the Giants winning their first Super Bowl against the Broncos. Super Bowl 21.
Okay.
At the Rose Bowl. The Giants had not won anything in my life up to that point. And it's 1987. January of 87. When they got in there, man, they pulverized teams. The year prior to that was the Chicago Bears, the 85 Bears. They shut out the Giants 14-0 in the NFC playoff. Then they beat the Rams 21-0, I think, the following week. And then they beat, obviously, the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. But the following year, the Giants grew from that. And they got through the playoffs, beat the hell out of the 49ers, knocked Joe Montana into basically, that was his last play with the 49ers. They wound up trading him to the Chiefs after that, and Steve Young took over. And then they beat the hell out of the Redskins, shut them out 17-0. All the papers are flying all over Giant Stadium because it was so windy. You know how the wind whips around at Giant Stadium. And then they go to Pasadena, and Phil Simms wins the MVP. First quarterback to go to Walt Disney World.
That's awesome.
That was the first year that they said, "Hey, I'm going to Disney." It was
World.
Phil Simms, just for a little history lesson. But
That's a Jeopardy question.
I just cried like a baby when they won. That was the first NFL championship that I remember, because the Jets, I was only 7 when they won, and I don't remember that game. I remember the game after that, which was the Chiefs beating the Vikings, and the one I really fell in love with football was the following year, and the Colts in Super Bowl V beat the Cowboys. I remember rooting for the Cowboys that day.
Yeah.
And that was my first loss as an NFL fan. Of many losses after
How
that.
demoralizing was that the 2001 Super Bowl?
Oh,
The
Super
Ravens?
Bowl 35.
Yeah.
I was at that game.
You were at the
I
game?
was in Tampa.
Oh, no.
I was in Tampa. And
4 interceptions, was it?
yeah, it's Kerry Collins was. They killed. It didn't matter who the hell the quarterback was.
Yeah.
That was top 2 defense of all time.
Yeah, for
It was
sure.
the 85 Bears and the 01 Ravens. And they just pulverized. The Giants were undermanned. The only touchdown they scored was a kickoff
return, yeah.
That was it. Tom Coughlin wasn't there yet. It was Jim Fossil as the head coach. And that was a sad day for me. But you know what? To get to the Super Bowl, my first Super Bowl I went to was Super Bowl 33.
Yeah.
It was the Falcons against the Broncos. It was John Elway's last game, and he wound up going out as a champion.
That was the helicopter one, right?
Yeah. No, helicopter was after that.
That was the Dirty Bird Jamaal Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Dirty Birds.
Yep.
And they hit Rod Smith for a touchdown right as the second half started, and it was Katie Bardadoy after that. I love that Atlanta team. Chris Chandler was their quarterback. And that was my first Super Bowl that I actually got to go to cover as a media member. So I'll never forget that Super Bowl. I was in Miami. You want to go to a Super Bowl, go to Miami or Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the 2 best spots. I know a lot of people like New Orleans, but it's indoors. Give me an outdoor game all day.
That would be awesome.
All day. But I love the Super Bowl, and I will be watching it at home on my couch.
I'll be watching it somewhere else. We've talked about that
I know.
before.
You're going to be living good.
I'm gonna have a
You're
great
gonna be
time.
living good.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But
I heard the food's pretty damn good.
the food is pretty good, and somewhere else where the food is really good is Big Boy. Because wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. You can try their classic meatloaf or Cajun chicken Alfredo. What about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. They have the Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, or the Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today and satisfy those taste buds.
Woodward Sports loves sports, and we also love to party. Join us for the big Super Party. Wait, we can't say Super. We really can't say. Come join us at our Super Party on Sunday, February 12th, from the only place that can handle a Woodward Sports Super Party. Well, our Super Party will be at Flight Club on Michigan Avenue in Inkster. Join us for a live pregame show and watch party with the crew. Enjoy a halftime buffet, DJs, the Woodward Sports family, and more entertainment. You don't want to miss the big game with Woodward Sports. Get there early. This event will reach capacity. Come celebrate the Lions season. Enjoy the final game of the year in style. See you Super Sunday at Flight Club. At least the party will be uncensored.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Hi, Christina Gennari from Keller Williams Domain, your obvious choice in real estate. The Lions aren't headed to the Super Bowl, but you might be headed to your new home. Call or text me 248-550-4788 or come see me at soldchristina.com. I want to make sure you don't miss out on this hot spring market that's just getting warmed up. See you soon.
Hey, it's Tom Mazaway. For all your real estate needs, check out my gal, Christina Gennari. She's got you covered. Right, Lions?
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper! Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Chili Peppers Tanning, that is where you need to go to find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5. $5, Spencer. And while you're there, do yourself a favor. Don't forget to pick up some of their many options: Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cowtan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Once again, it's ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
Chili Peppers Tan. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to WoodwardSports.com and the Woodward Heavyweights. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Tom Mazaway. We have Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos, and Rogelio in the Maz chair. Maz, you said you had something you wanted to ask us?
I got a Super Bowl thing for you guys.
Okay.
First of all, have you ever been to Vegas for the Super Bowl?
I've never been to Vegas or a Super Bowl.
Okay. Supposedly, the best place to go watch the Super Bowl is Vegas.
Oh,
I know my aunt and uncle go every year. I know Chad Johnson goes quite a bit. Our fearless leader here, and they put on a good show.
Oh, for sure.
At that, so the Wynn Hotel, it's a high shooters hotel.
Yeah.
Guys like you and me, we're not going to be at the win.
Not being able. Chad will be there. Chad will be there.
Chad could be there easily. Yeah. But check this out, guys. Tell me if this would be interesting for you. The Super Bowl, obviously a big major event. Here it goes. Does this sound like something that you would enjoy? For the cheap price of just $1 million, the Win has a package for you. Here it is. The package includes round-trip travel on a private jet to Arizona for 12 people.
Wow.
Meet and greet with Shaq, Gronk, and Guy Fieri. A private deck for the 4 Super Bowl events. Unlimited vodka and champagne. Security detail. SUV transport. A private VIP bathroom. And access to a spa. The only thing missing is tickets to the game. You are literally going to the Win to watch the Super Bowl, and it's going to run you $1 million.
You had me at private executive bathroom, man.
That did it for you?
Yeah, that did it for me.
The private executive bathroom.
The only thing
for
I
a
would
measly
ask for,
$1 million.
Measly $1 million.
This could be yours.
I could scrounge that up. I got 12 friends. I'm gonna make sure one of them is rich.
We can pull our money together.
Yeah, you can throw that money together. We'll pool it. But
I'm not sharing my bathroom though.
Does it have to be vodka?
That's the kicker. No beer. None of that.
Yeah.
It's vodka and champagne.
Can I bring my own beer?
It doesn't say you can. Now, I'm sure if you're a millionaire, obviously you're going to this.
Yes.
I'm sure you could take care of the maitre d'. Hey, bring me this, bring me that, bring me
Tequila
this.
instead of vodka.
Yeah, I'm sure we could change out a couple of items for you, sir. If you want to spend $1 million, I will get you whatever vodka, whatever liquor you want.
I would hope
this
so. For just $1 million, 12 people.
Isn't that something?
That is crazy to me.
I mean, if you got FU money, that sounds like fun, but I think I'd go there. No, you can't. Yeah, the game. Well, next year the game's in Vegas.
Yes.
The following year, so I might do that next year if I was a millionaire, and then of course get shuttled right to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So spend all my time there, have the great time, have the spa, the private bathroom, the whole 9 yards, and then get brought right over, maybe by helicopter.
That would be awesome.
I just want to get landed right on Allegiant Stadium and let me get in, because to get into Super Bowl, the line that you got to wait in, and I take you back to Super Bowl 40 here in Detroit. I remember dropping my wife off. The game, I forgot what time the game was. It was might have been 4 in the afternoon or something like that. I remember dropping her off like at noon, and the line was all, I can't even tell you how far it was, that she had to stand in line to go through the metal detector and all of that, because Super Bowl 40 was 17 years ago, so that would make it just after 9/11.
Yeah.
So the hype was up. And guess what happened to her when she got to the end of the line? She forgot her ticket at home.
No.
Oh. So I'm in the stadium already, and she calls me, and she gets through to me, which was amazing. I forgot my ticket at home, and I was like, and I was working the event.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I think I just threw every curse word out of my freaking mouth out at her. But she knew where she forgot it, so she calls her friend. Her friend goes to the house, gets the freaking ticket, drives it over, but can't get near Ford Field. Pulls over on 75 there. And Kathy had to walk down like a grassy knoll, had to climb over a guardrail, had to get over a guardrail. Meanwhile, she tells the security guard, look, this is what happened to me. They're like, okay, when you get the ticket, come around here, we're going to let you back in here. They took care of her.
That's awesome.
She had to walk down the guardrail, down the grass to 75 to get her ticket, go back up and enjoy the game after that. But yeah, to get to the Super Bowl is not an easy thing.
No, I would assume this. You got the most people.
But can you imagine
place.
forgetting your freaking ticket?
That'd be heartbreaking.
My wife did that.
That'd be heartbreaking.
I'll never let her forget it. Never.
I want to go to a Super Bowl really bad.
You should.
It's on my bucket
Everybody,
list.
bucket list. I gave you spring training as a bucket list.
Yeah.
Super Bowl outdoors. Put it on the list, guys.
Hard Rock Stadium.
You would love it in Miami.
I like Hard Rock Stadium.
I think Miami should host every year.
I don't blame you.
It's only rained on 2 Super Bowls.
Really?
It rained on the Colts Super Bowl when they won.
Yeah.
Prince was at that one.
Oh,
he
yeah.
did Purple Rain.
Purple Rain in the rain.
Yep. And, no, the Colts lost that game. The Saints beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saints won that game. And it rained on the Joe Namath Super Bowl just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Both in Miami. The only time it's rained in the Super Bowl.
That's amazing. Man, that would be so awesome to go to.
So that's it. I just wanted to bring up a little something to do.
Yeah, that would be
on Super Sunday.
Just a little $1 million.
That's all.
No big deal.
Just a little paltry $1 million. Did you hear Roger Goodell today? He came out today in a state of the NFL. He's at the Super Bowl. Look, please. I can't even read these words.
He says, for us, when you look at the officiating, I don't think it's ever been better in the league.
What a putz.
And that is what Roger Goodell
Do
says.
you believe this putz?
And he went on to say, look at how many snaps happened, and this is how many penalties could have happened.
This is what your commissioner is saying?
Talk about
so many of us have said the games are fixed.
Yeah.
And this is what he says?
He's a robot.
He's short-circuited. That's what happened today.
Yeah.
A little water got in circuits. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Officiating is great.
What he should have said is, yes, we're working on to make it better.
We've addressed it.
We're addressing it. We're going over everything. We're going over the instant replay rules, which he did say, and they might look into instant replay for every play. Right, you're allowed to, and which I'm in favor of. If you're going to use instant replay, be allowed to use it for everything.
Yeah.
But you know what I want the most in the NFL? You know how a shot clock rings in a. What's an NBA shot clock sound like, Chris? Well, I want Chris to do it, but that's fine. That's what I want for the 30-second clock.
There we go.
That's what I want in the stadium, because what do you think?
That's a good point.
What do you think? Out of 10 plays, I bet you 7 of them pass the 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Because you have a referee looking up at the game and looking up looking at the clock, looking at the football, looking at the clock, looking at the football. It's impossible. You remember 2 years ago with the Ravens and the Lions? When they beat us with a 60 whatever the hell 66 yard field goal?
Yeah.
But if you go 5 plays earlier than that, the clock ran out.
They were all, it should have been delayed a game.
There's so many times.
You see it happen
Aaron
this year in
Rodgers
the
gets away
playoffs.
with it like nothing.
All the time. Yeah.
I reheated food during those times and come back, and it's still not going on the play.
It's tough. It's tough.
But for him to say that the referees are great and everything is beautiful, kumbaya.
I think probably his favorite person is Angel Hernandez. Then
It's unbelievable, man.
It's a joke.
And the guy that's doing the refereeing for the Super Bowl, Carl Cheffers, his staff, his team, has called the most penalties in the last 2 years of the NFL.
Great.
So expect a lot of flags coming up on Super Sunday.
I wonder how many unnecessary roughnesses they're going to be on Philly for
We'll see.
getting after Patrick Mahomes.
We'll see. Yeah, he's going to get that. And he's still injured, don't forget. He's had 2 weeks to heal. We really don't know how good he's going to be.
We don't know how good that ankle is. He might need some insurance on that ankle because he's going to be running around.
There you go.
And you can hit up Swiss Insurance if you need insurance, because be sure to check with Swiss Insurance this week for your commercial insurance review. Swiss can help you make sure you have the proper coverage. Give Mark a shot and you won't be disappointed. Check out Mark at SwissInsurance.com and get all the insurance needs that you can. It's Swiss Insurance.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Welcome back, everybody, to WoodwardSports.com and the Woodward Heavyweights live on this Wednesday night. Man, you kind of dropped the bomb on me there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I did.
You kind of
I thought you heard of it.
I'm a big movie guy. I go to the movies a lot. I like seeing new movies. I like seeing it in theaters.
I do too.
I think it's a different experience.
Braylon is a huge movie guy.
Braylon's a huge movie guy. I remember after, all the COVID stuff opened up, I went and saw King Kong versus Godzilla.
Great movie.
In the Imagine IMAX.
So awesome.
All the screaming's going on. And it's great. But what is this AMC Theaters?
AMC Theaters is instituting a new policy. They are going to charge you depending on where you want to sit in the theater. If you want to sit in the front, where you have to go like this, you pay regular price.
Regular, not cheaper?
That's regular. If you want to sit in the middle, you're going to pay a little bit more. And if you want to sit in the back and really be comfortable, you're going to pay the most. If you get in the middle, you're going to pay the most. If you're going to sit on the ends, you'll pay a little bit less. But that's what AMC Theater is instituting. This after the movie industry basically died.
Yeah.
Between 2020 and just a year ago probably. Netflix is taking over. Everything is home now. Everything you can watch at home. But if you want to go to the movies, you not only are you paying a lot of money to go, now you're going to be paying more if you go into the AMC. And who knows if the other theaters will probably pick it up as well.
They're already charging $10 for a popcorn.
Well, that's where they're making their money.
Oh my!
So you're going to still go to the movies if you're going to,
yeah. I mean, yeah, I probably would. I'll just buy one of the cheap seats and hope nobody shows up. Move up to the top.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time a movie theater's been super full, like filled to the brim. Like usually when I go the second day or even the first day, it's never full like it used to be anymore.
Right.
So, but I go to a place where they have the chairs where you press the button, they go up. With the whole concert experience, that's the one I was thinking of. And you pay for selected seats, and some seats are actually you have to pay for a little more already. So
okay, I don't know, man. It's just
that is ridiculous.
I would think that's a dumb move considering where the movie industry is.
And if nobody else adapts that model,
you look bad.
You look bad, and you're losing. I'm not going to AMC to pay $15 when I can go to MJR and pay $10.
Yeah.
Or if I'm paying extra for a movie, I'm going to see Super IMAX at Imagine.
Well, they're either going to get on board with them or they're going to get on and really rip them.
Yeah.
MJR and the rest of these theaters.
I would
Imagine.
rip if I'm MJR, I'm saying I'm knocking off $1 on my ticket prices.
There you go.
And then everybody that would have gone to AMC is coming to MJR now.
So we'll see how it runs.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but they're getting ripped. They are just getting ripped.
They're getting ripped.
They're getting ripped.
So you want to do the Ishbia stuff? You think we can squeeze it in?
I think we could.
All right, Chris, we have some comments from Matt Ishbia, as you know, former Michigan State basketball player, head of, why can't I remember?
United
Wholesale Mortgage, and he just purchased the Phoenix Suns. He's been instituted and taking charge there, and they've made some remarks about who he's going to bring in.
The word on the street was he was going to bring in Isaiah Thomas.
Lord
that was a text.
Thomas.
Someone put out a tweet.
Mm-hmm.
So here's his response to that.
Kent Summers with the Arizona Republic. Just to follow up on the Isaiah Thomas question, you said there's no role for him at this time. Are you leaving it open that there could be in the future?
So here's what I'll say. There's a role for you in the future. There's a role for anyone in the future. The way I look at it is it's like I have no plans. Like people are like when I see things tweeted out and I'm learning quick, right? I'm learning, like there's been I have no plans for anybody to come into my organization at this time, right? Until I evaluate what we've got. Whether it's, you personally, whether you say Isaiah Thomas, whether you say like any name you want to use, Matty Johnson. You've seen, if you probably followed really closely. The amount of people I've looked to hire supposedly and that are coming to Phoenix has been, there's been at least 15 people that have been tied to me. And what I'll tell you is this, and the good part you'll learn about me, and maybe the PR people will love this about me, is like I'm extremely, extremely transparent. When I have an idea and you think I'm going to do something, you'll hear from me. I'll tell you exactly and I'll tell you why. And I'm focusing on winning, community, fan experience, and culture. And if I feel like anybody, whether it's a marketing person, an executive, a former NBA player, a new owner, like even people want to join the ownership group, you got to understand and have the same vision. And so I'll let you know when we look to hire someone. I promise you it will not come out via any tweet and no one will know about it.
Well, that was Matt Ishbia responding to the tweets that were made about him bringing in Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, would I love this guy to be the Pistons owner.
How great was that?
Yeah.
Holy crow.
He just talks. He sounds good when he talks. He's saying the right things, making the right decisions.
No wonder
Obviously,
he's a billionaire.
What he's done for
for
MSU and what he's done for the programs there, he's in my heart deeply. Because thank you, Matt Ishbia, and hopefully he can do the same thing to the Suns. I like the Suns. I wouldn't mind seeing the Suns.
Did you see the vote the other day? Because you have to vote. All 30 teams vote, and new NBA owner in. 29 yeses, 1 abstain. You know who did not vote?
Yeah, I know
the former Suns.
Oh. No, I know.
Go ahead.
Dan Gilbert.
Yep.
Oh.
Dan Gilbert
Yep.
did not vote.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's his
his
nemesis.
competition, yeah.
That's
Well,
his nemesis.
you know why too, guys? Because United Shore, the other company he owns, had some rule about like you can't mortgage other people, and it kind of locked out Rocket Mortgage. And so they've been going bitter. It's been getting bitter and bitter for a while now. So
yeah, Ishbia's man. I love Ishbia. Really happy for him. It looks like he's going to do great things.
Thanks for having me here tonight.
Thanks for joining us, Maz. I appreciate you a lot. It's great sitting next to you on the desk. Thank you,
man.
Rogelio, for sitting in as well. And of course, Chris Platty and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I'm Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com from 5 to 7. It'll be me and Flannel Sam tomorrow. So make sure you come check us out. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you later. Peace.